Someone else a lot of people are talking about, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton trading political punches over the weekend.
He has insulted a lot of people, and he has been blaming people, and he's been bullying people. I don't think that's the kind of approach one should take in running for president of the United States. When you're the president of the United States, people around the world pay very close attention to what you say. So you do have to exercise some care and thought in the words that you use.
Trump firing back on Twitter, saying this, quote, Hillary said such nasty things about me, read directly off her teleprompter, but there was no emotion, no truth, just can't read speeches. Joining us now, Deneen Borelli. She's the chief political correspondent for Conservative Review and a Fox News contributor, and attorney Jessica Ehrlich. She is a former Democratic congressional candidate. Thank you both for joining us.
Good morning.
And good morning to both of you. So let's begin here. Why are things, or why do they appear to be heating up between Clinton and Trump? Why now? Why are they going back and forth? Deneen?
Well, of course she's going to pick on Trump. He's the leading front runner with the Republican Party. But listen, I think Trump is absolutely right. Hillary Clinton has authenticity problems and then some. And Americans also believe that as well. You've got 60% of Americans who just don't trust the woman. And also, when you look at the fact that she's been lying on numerous issues from day one, you can't just get around that. And so, and also when people ask what word association comes to mind when you mention Hillary Clinton, is liar.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit more about that a little bit later.
And this is showing a reflection in the polls, Heather.
Yeah.
She's down in New Hampshire by 9 points, and in Iowa she's only up by 7.
Yeah, and that lead has changed. She was up by 24 points at one point.
Yeah.
Jessica, Trump has his own set of issues, though, and I was wondering, how does he do this? How does he go after Clinton, walk that fine line between how he would treat any other political candidate and avoiding the war on women or coming off as a bully towards a woman?
Well, I mean, I think we've already seen this from Trump in general. The same thing, he had this issue with Megyn Kelly. I mean, he's an equal opportunity offender, I think, when it comes to insulting people, certainly across the board. What his particular feelings are, whether it's towards women per se or not, or who he hires or doesn't. I mean, I think in general, it's sort of his bombastic personality that ends up coming out here for sure. So, I think if it were a head-to-head with him and Hillary, I think there's more just in terms of not just throwing snarky remarks, but it would be interesting to see them actually discussing policy, because I have a feeling she could pretty much clean the floor with him when it comes to what actually goes on in the government and what we're doing on a national and international level.
But it looks like folks don't agree with you, though, because we talked about the latest poll that puts Trump up against Clinton, and it puts Trump in the lead, 48% to 41%. Let's take a look at a couple other polls for you. I find this very interesting. If you take a look at who is leading in the Republican group, that, of course, is Donald Trump. And then you take another look at who's leading in the Democrats, and that, of course, is Hillary Clinton. But the opposite seems to be true as well. Another poll, it was like, I guess you could call it the no way poll. Who would I not vote for under any circumstances? Also, Clinton leading that poll, 11%, and Trump leading that poll, 26%. So voters, they either love him or hate him. Deneen?
Well, sure. And getting back to Hillary, listen, Americans don't trust her. The emails, the server. And, I think she's very arrogant when she's doing these political stunts and she's making jokes about cleaning the server or using Snapchat because the emails delete and go away. This woman is under FBI investigation. So clearly, Americans are tired of the political dynasty. They're tired of the lies. And Hillary Clinton, her lies are really catching up to her now. Benghazi, look at what happened with Benghazi. Look at what's going on in Iraq and with ISIS. Clearly, she's a walking disaster.
The subject of an FBI investigation being the most recent and prevalent. Jessica, no doubt they are concerned about these poll numbers.
Yeah, I mean, I think there is a little bit, but we're still so far out, and all of the pundits, even in D.C. and everywhere today, that sort of review all these numbers are like, we are so far away. We're going to have a national collegiate football champion before we're going to have our candidates for president. There's an entire football season ahead before this happens. So to make any predictions now, I think, is a little premature. And most people, especially those who run the numbers, still think we're going to be looking at a Hillary and Jeb presidential ticket. But you never know. I mean, these things can always change. And really, Deneen's just beating the same old drum that has been beaten for a very long time about Hillary.
She's under FBI investigations.
Those are the folks who are. It is. You're beating the same drum of like, oh, she's a liar, she's this, that, and the other. The people who really believe that mostly are
Jessica,
Republicans
let's take a look.
who are very against Hillary, as you said. They're very polarized already.
Well, let's take a look. And Deneen brought this up at the very beginning of the segment. There was a poll of sorts. It was open-ended. Words that you would use to describe Hillary Clinton, overwhelmingly 178 people said liar, dishonest, untrustworthy, experienced, and strong, coming in at the bottom there. And then we can also take a look at Trump's words, people, how they would describe him. And as you would imagine, some of those numbers were just standoffish and a bully and things like that. I don't know where that graphic went, but they both had their own set of problems. Deneen, how did they both overcome those?
Yeah, well, being labeled a liar is going to be really hard to overcome. And so far, Hillary keeps digging that hole even deeper anytime she makes comments, and even recently claiming that she was sorry for what happened with the email. She's not sorry. She's sorry she got caught.
Okay, and Jessica, you get the last word. Arrogant was the first word to describe Trump. And in fact, actually, this is we have to go because of time, but we'll have you both on again to talk about it some more. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.